Hi, I'm Jen from Active Alignment, and I'm a Canadian certified podorthist. Our first video focuses on the basics of balance and posture. Balance and posture are essential to optimal muscle function, and so these first few steps will benefit you in our next series of videos to come. So first of all, we're going to start standing. So this exercise can be done standing or seated. I'm going to show it standing and with an accommodation of being seated. So ideally you stand feet shoulder width apart or whatever is comfortable and relaxed. And I want you to try to move your big toes independently. By independently, I mean not touching them. So if you can move them, fantastic. If you cannot, you're not alone. That is totally okay. So what you're going to do if you can't move them is you're going to come down and move your big toes over. If you can't reach them, then grab something that can help you reach the toe. Once the toe is moved over, you need to grab or secure those toes to the ground. So the toe moves over, and I want you to grab the ground with these lesser four toes. So meaning I want you to kind of push those tips of the toes into the ground. What you should notice is a tightening in your arch and potentially a tightening in the outside of your calves. And then relax the toes. One thing you need to watch is a cheat that often happens, and I often see in clinic when somebody does this, is they do everything right with the toes, grab the ground, and then they start to tip outward. So this tipping out is loss of balance. You're losing the muscle function. It's not quite where we need to be with this exercise. So be conscious of where the pressure points of the foot are for your balance. You should feel the ground contact underneath the big toe, the ball of the big toe or the pad, the fifth toe or the baby toe, and the edges of the heel. They should all feel similar in terms of pressure points. So we move the big toe over, and one good way to know how far to move it is imagine a line through the center of your body. Move that toe or those toes towards that line. Grab the ground with the lesser toes and contract or pull or tighten. And what that's going to do is it's going to lift your arch up. Not going to lift your arch out, only up. So it's a very subtle movement. From the side, you can see it better. Move the big toe over, lift the arch up, and relax. Move the toe over and lift the arch up. So this exercise can be held for about 5 seconds. You may find that you're starting to cramp through the inside arch, underneath, or possibly into the toes as well. Completely fine. Relax the foot. If you need to, roll it out, massage it if you have to, take a break, and then try this exercise again. And contract. As you get better at this, you should be able to increase the amount of time before you can sense that little bit of cramping coming on, and you can relax before that happens, and then contract again. So you're conditioning the foot to start working a little bit more independently at that level. From a seated position, this activity is easier to do, especially if you have a hallux valgus, which is a toe that starts to deviate towards the other toes, or a bunion. Some people call it that, but it's the deviation of the hallux valgus that creates this kind of compressed posture towards the toes. So what happens with that is the big toe starts to lose some of its stability. So what we want to do is take an elastic band I have used off my broccoli. This makes it easier to hold this toe because a lot of times that toe will not stay put. So we're going to put that band around the toe and then slightly apply some tension over and pull that toe towards that midline. And then you're creating a little bit straighter of a position. In this case, with the toes that deviate, you're going to need to use your other hand, hold the big toe joint from on top of the foot down to the ground, and then grab the ground. That will start you on the right path to activating these muscles. As you get better at it, remove your hand and just keep holding. You may always need this little elastic band with a severely deviated toe. That is okay. because you're still helping the joint sit in the best posture to get the right balance of the foot. If you cannot reach your toes in a seated position, again, use a device such as a long shoehorn to move that toe over and hold it in position. And that is okay too. Thank you so much for watching our videos. If you have any questions or would like any extra tips for these exercises, please give us an email at info@aalignment.com. You can also visit us online, www.aalignment.com. We have an Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter account as well, so please follow us there for future tips, more information on foot health and wellness. Thank you.